story.
What story do you want?
We want to hear the story of the cop car. Cop car.
I could never say anything bad about Portland's finest.
No. But tell us about the keys. Tell us about because the rumor was that you took the keys out of the car and you threw them into a ditch. But that's not what happened.
There are no ditches in downtown Portland. You have to go clear to Tanner Creek or go to the Willamette River for a ditch. I can't throw that far, so that in and of its face is a false story.
Oh,
right?
okay. Well, I didn't know that. So what's the real story? Tell us.
Story?
Yeah, the real
There was evidently an unmarked police car parked blocking both bus travel lanes across from Abercrombie and Fitch between Yamhill and Morrison on 5th Avenue in the month of July about 2 years ago, and it was abandoned.
Yes, abandoned vehicles. That's all it looked like to you.
And then I asked someone whose vehicle it was. Nobody said anything. So I got out and looked at it, and it was running. And I went, oh, my God, this looks dangerous. So I put the brake on. I put the car, make sure the car was in park. I turned the motor off, and I took the keys, and I laid them in the driver's footwell area where any sentient being open the door looking in could go, oh, hark, look at the keys there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that description does not fit some of Portland's blue and black uniformed officers. They weren't able to figure out that the keys might be in the car. There was no identification on the dashboard, nothing anywhere on the vehicle to lead anyone to believe that this might actually be some semblance of an official vehicle. It didn't have E-plates on it, no antennas, no sticker saying, watch out, this is an unmarked police car. So I proceeded on my route, and this guy wearing a pair of khakis and a black T-shirt with a neck chain from, must have been from Miami Vice, the training video that he was watching, ran up to the bus and started pounding on the side of the bus and said, where are the keys? You blocked my car up. And I went, who are you? And he said, I'm a policeman. I went, oh. So we got on the bus, and I thought it was a Groucho Marx routine because he was the straight man and I was pulling the jokes because he'd say, well, how come you didn't know that this car belonged to an undercover policeman? And I said, well, he said, all the pimps, whores, and drug dealers do. Why don't you? And so I turned to the audience, the 40 people on my bus, and I said, any of you know? And they were all laughing. I said, well, that would be because I'm not a pimp, I'm not a whore or a drug dealer. And then I said, and this is what really got me in trouble, I said, if they all know it's a police car, you ought to get a new one. Anyway, that's the end of the story.
That's the end of the story, and then all the other police showed up, too.
They all showed up, and they tried to take a bite out of crime on me, but they realized that their small little rectums were about to get reamed big time because the speculation is from a policeman in the police bureau that I talked to unofficially, personally later. The trunk of the vehicle probably was full of police materials that probably should not have been unsecured as they were, i.e. guns and ammunition and radios that some miscreant, if they got a hold of, those 4 policemen probably would be doing police duty at the big site at the bottom of the Willamette River for the next 3 years, making sure that no gum wrappers got in there.
So that went away all by itself.
Went completely away, along with the undercover police cover. But if you drive on Jefferson Street, traveling between 2nd and 3rd, you'll see the quote-unquote unmarked police cars all parked there.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
okay. On Jefferson 2nd and 3rd.
Between 2nd and 3rd, just drive there and you'll see these Pontiacs and whatever's parked there.
Those are all...
They're all the undercover cars because, nobody would ever guess that it says police cars only parked here and a car is parked there. So drive by there with your cell phone camera, take a picture and go, undercover police car. Now, why does they wear magnetic strips on the side? It says undercover police car. I mean, isn't that what they do in the movies?
Yeah.
Kojak at least had a red light in the dashboard that he could slap up there with his bald head,
Yeah, that's right. They don't have
These guys weren't that smart. They missed that class.
This is a true story. True story.
True story.
This is a true story. This actually happened.
There are 9,000 stories in the naked, or 9 million stories in the Naked City.
Yes.
Did you ever see that?
This is one of the better ones.
Did you ever see that TV show called Naked City?
Yes.
Well, that's what this is.
Yeah. So they can
And there are naked people running around on the bus.
Going insane.